Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got another request by Eric T. Thank you so much for sponsoring the video. I appreciate it. And what are we listening to today? This is called White Willow. And let's see here. There are some basically the year of the track, because of course they got it wrong on Spotify. So it says 2023. No, this is from 1995, and it says John Dee's Lament by White Willow. So I did thank you so much again, Eric, for sending me the link of the YouTube video. I did, however, find it on Spotify. You know, it's just better quality, the audio, so we're going to play that one. But I appreciate you send me the link, and we got the year right as well. So yeah, I don't know what to expect at all. Ignis Fatuus. I don't know. I think that's some sort of Latin or something, but I don't know what we're gonna listen to. The band, the style of music, no idea. I just know it's an epic. Thank you so much. 11 minutes 23 seconds, and yeah, let's get into it. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, all that good stuff. And Eric Thompson, thank you so much. I appreciate it for sponsoring the video, and also the one before. Super interesting video, great music. Just check it out. I just posted it yesterday in the afternoon. Actually, it was more in the it was not in the afternoon. It was like more at night, but it hasn't really picked up. But well, it's really interesting. Check it out. But yeah, let's get into it here. So we're not gonna have to pull up any video because it's just the audio here. And let's see. We got it here. And yeah, enjoy, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into it. Let's check this out. John Dee's Lament by White Willow. Here we go. Okay. Like Mike Oldfield ish.
whispers and star songs dance like fireflies at night. So dark yet rich in melody, so sad yet filled with light. Where the blue comes out of purple, where the black succeeds the blue. The air vibrates a wistful song. I have not seen my love for long.
Wow. Okay, perfect moment to pause. Wow, this is really good. It's unfortunately very unknown, this band from Norway. So it says White Willow is a Norwegian art rock band, and I'm so happy I did find some of this on Wikipedia. It's all the unfortunately the artists, I mean, are available. You can click on their names, but all the albums are just 2 albums. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums, 8 albums in existence, but just 2 are actually, like, I guess, I don't know, recognized. But well, it says they're a Norwegian art rock band mixing elements of orchestral pop, 1970s progressive rock, jazz rock, and even electronic elements. Now check this out. The influences, it says White Willow influences range from 10cc, the Beach Boys, Big Star, Steely Dan, King Crimson, Magma. That's a band that I love, that I've never really done a reaction to. We should. Like, I have to show this to Alexia. Like, they made up their own language. Weather Report, and even Nick Drake and Joni Mitchell. That's crazy. Typical of their sound is the prominence of female vocals, flute, and mellotrons, and analog synthesizers. Really cool, because I was gonna say, I mean, at first it did remind me, of course, of the what I listened to from I said it. I said it. The oh man. Well, I was gonna say it reminded me of Renaissance a little bit, but also why didn't this name is not popping into my head? Let's see. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just keep going, and then at the end, let's talk about it all. Mike Oldfield, of course. Mike Oldfield. I don't know. It was just blank there for a second, but yeah, so far really good. You know, it sounds really proggy. It sounds experimental, and yeah, all these influences. I mean, it doesn't really sound like anything on here. Maybe King Crimson, but I don't know King Crimson enough. Magma, maybe, you know. But let's keep going. This is what reminds me of Renaissance. It has that Baroque, like, you know, two instruments, the bass and the guitar, doing, you know, those harmonies together. And but yeah, it sounds very dark. The descending, like dun 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 dun. The drums are amazing. I mean, the musicianship is amazing, you know, and it sounds really dark, really cool, really good. So I would think, I mean, what I've heard of King Crimson is always a little bit, you know, on the obscure side. So I guess I would compare it with that, because 10cc, I can't see it, you know. I'm sure they're inspired by, I mean, Steely Dan and Weather Report because of the jazzy elements, you know, Steely Dan. 10cc, I don't know. Nick Drake is kind of like on the more darker side. Joni Mitchell, you know, is very lyrically heavy. So I mean, to have these, I mean, my influences are also very different from what the music that I write. Totally different. But yeah, it's really good. Very avant-garde, you know, very, yeah, that's what I would call it, you know, this here. Zool. Zool? I don't know. Zool, like magma is like Zool. Let's go. It's that bass player. very interesting. Wow. A fade out. Let's see. There's 23 seconds left. Let's see if there's something. Little Easter egg. No, doesn't seem like it. But man, this was great. I guess let's turn it off. Yeah, I mean, so I'm looking up the band here, and it looks like all the band members before that played on this, they're not in the band anymore. Unfortunately, you know, they've all been replaced with other band members that are all the current band members. The current band members, sorry, are all pretty much like known. Like, for example, the drummer, he was part of a band called Anglagard, which I've covered on the channel. It's a progressive rock band in the vein of, you know, Yes, King Crimson, Genesis. So you have that. And the bass player, I love the bass, by the way. She's a female bass player, Norwegian jazz musician. Also like bands that are, you know, pretty much well known. This is more a jazz musician playing in this band. The guitar is here. Like lots of information on him. You know, he's done like a lot of stuff, but also more, you know, local of Norway. Then the flutes, there's no information. The keyboards, I love the solo here. Very, very good. You know, like I wish there would have been a little bit more like that sort of improvisation. And but yeah, really cool the stuff he uses, the Mellotron, the Mini Moog, and stuff like that. And now kind of like also when I hear it, I recognize it a lot better than before. We would just say, oh, it's a synthesizer, you know, now. So yeah. So he has been on a like so many projects, like over 20 projects by himself, and he does film music. And then the singer, she is super famous. She has had even 10 hits in Norway. No, I'm sorry, 6 top 10 hits. I mean, just as a singer. And so they're all from Norway. They're all Norwegian, but these are all musicians that pretty much took over, and that are now White Willow. So if you want to, you know, check them out on, if you like this, of course, you can find some information about them on Wikipedia. But other than that, you know, there's not a lot of information on Spotify. But man, I really enjoyed this very, very much. It's very, obviously, it's very out there. You know, it's music that's not for everyone. You know, it reminded me of like Vandergraaf Generator, that kind of stuff. You know, Prog, that is a little bit more out there. But yeah, for example, I think I'm going to do a reaction to Magma. I've only heard one album, and it's a little bit difficult to get through because it's very intense, and it's not like the other progressive music that we usually cover. It's more like almost otherworldly, you know. It's like it's aimed at an audience that doesn't really, you know, stick to any sort of rules, you know. Like I think one band that comes to mind is Gentle Giant. You know, it's just weird, and it's on purpose, you know. It's like music that it's a little bit more out there, and that's what I felt here. You know, it was sometimes a little bit unsettling, but also, I mean, the execution is amazing. But yeah, those are the bands, you know, like Magma and Gentle Giant, and it's just like it is not for everyone, you know. A lot of people would be like, oh no. I mean, just like, you know, when you listen to Yes or Kansas or whatever, you know, some people are like, no, this is too weird for me. Even though for us Prog listeners, I mean, it's all super harmonious and makes sense, but for other people it might not be, you know. But yeah, I think I would be interested in listening to more. This was really good. the fact that it's not well known is just a bummer, because these bands obviously put pour the heart and souls into this. So to get no recognition, it always sucks. There's so many good bands, and unfortunately nobody knows about them, or they just never really made it in the in the industry. But the fans are there. The people that really, they we've gone to concerts, even like when we saw Aristocrats. It was full, but everybody there knows why they're there, because they like instrumental crazy jazz fusion, and so yeah, it wasn't really full, but it was, the people that are there because they know they're listening to something special. So I'm sure there's fans that listen to this band here, and they know why. So this was really interesting. Let me know what you think. And again, Eric, thank you so much for exposing, the channel and everybody that watches the channel to this band. Very, very interesting stuff. Just like your other request, I loved it. The video was super bizarre, but I liked it. I even showed it to Alexia and she loved it. It's just, it's art. So sometimes art, it is, everybody, consumes it differently, so, but I think this was great. And thank you so much, for choosing these tracks. And I hope they get a lot of, views. And because, just so people are aware, it's just like, I love that. I've never set up any rules on the channel like, oh no, don't play this. They only have 500 monthly listeners. That's honestly shocking for the amount of talent they have. But I can't just play videos that have 10 million views. It's like, it's cool, and it's nice to get a video that just blows up and stuff, but I rather stick to this stuff, because that's what the channel was all about in the beginning. And yes, we've done some really popular stuff, but it is what it is. So again, let me know what you think in the comment section. Comment below. What did you like about this? What maybe you didn't like about this? But yeah, also thanks again to Eric for choosing this. And if you like the channel, please do subscribe. Thank you. And I'll see you all in the next one.